Well, first of all, Kanni Kovil is a familiar territory on the hash when we go up and down that little bit of a green lung in Seremban. So it got quite annoying when you see your very own green lung at your doorstep full of rubbish by unconcerned citizens of the town. So this annoyed me for quite a bit, and I actually had 2 earlier attempts to try and do something about it. Finally, I got an idea of doing this just simply to clean it up, but not with that intent only. The intent was also to create awareness to the people of Seremban that we have a precious green lung in the middle of town, which has got a brilliant view of the whole town from the hilltop. Well, obstacles are basically the same things: time, money and people. So it put me thinking, for the people aspect, it was not much of a difficulty to gather a few friends and network with, especially we have technology of Facebook and WhatsApp and now. So that in itself was a slightly easier obstacle. Money was a big obstacle. Who's going to give the money for us to buy the garbage bags and of course arrange for some refreshments and that sort of thing. But somehow with quite determined efforts, I managed to convince a couple of good friends to donate some money. And also on inquiry I found out that the MPS itself gives you money after you've done the job. So with the budget in hand, the next thing was to find the right time, the right place and get it going. But basically the main obstacle was actually getting people out there on D-Day. Well, basically there was this desire to do something for the community, and this was to me a starting point, because from here I'm going to do other things also, not absolutely cleaning, but maybe sorting out the signages that we have in town, basically to give Seremban a better image, because if we want to be a city, we got to start somewhere. And I felt cleanliness was the most important priority here. And of course, I believe that with an effort on my part, networking correctly and also providing some element of leadership, I can achieve a lot more later. So things are coming later. Well, I was procrastinating for a while also on doing this project. A couple of times started it off with some kind of communication, but just lost interest, and finally it was edging me to get on to it. So in the same way, I think other people also will have brilliant ideas, but would have a little bit of a difficulty in how do I start it off and when do I start it off, and basically putting it together. I find that really that it will take some degree of willpower. At the same time, sometimes it happens that, in my case, just get up one morning and said, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And it happened.